The moon. Hanging above us in the night sky, it is a familiar sight to every person on Earth. Its pale, glowing face has watched over our world for billions of years, a constant presence through the rise and fall of civilizations, through the changing of seasons, and the passage of time itself. Our constant companion in the vast emptiness of space, the moon orbits our planet at a distance of nearly 384,000 kilometers. It is the closest celestial body to Earth. And yet, in many ways, it remains one of the most mysterious. For millennia, humans have gazed up at its cratered surface, captivated by its silvery glow. Ancient poets wrote verses inspired by its beauty, while scientists and astronomers mapped its phases and tracked its movements across the sky. The moon has been a symbol of romance, a guide for travelers, and a source of wonder for dreamers of all ages. But the moon has always held an air of quiet mystery. Its distant, silent presence has inspired countless myths and legends, from tales of lunar gods to stories of werewolves and magic. Even today, with all our technology, the moon still seems to keep some of its secrets hidden from us. It's a world of stark beauty, but also of profound stillness. No air to breathe, no oceans to roar, no volcanoes to erupt. The lunar surface is a desolate expanse, shaped by billions of years of impacts from asteroids and comets. Its mountains and valleys are frozen in time, untouched by wind or rain. Just craters, dust, and the faint whisper of the solar wind. The only movement comes from the occasional meteorite, or the slow, relentless shifting of shadows as the sun rises and sets. For so long, it seemed as if nothing ever changed on the moon. Until now. For centuries, we thought we knew our moon. Early astronomers peered through telescopes, mapping its features and naming its seas and craters. Spacecraft and astronauts brought back photographs and samples, revealing a world both familiar and alien. Yet despite all we have learned, the moon has always seemed passive, unchanging, a silent witness to the history of our solar system. A silent giant, holding secrets of the early solar system, but ultimately a passive, unchanging neighbor. Its surface, marked by ancient scars, seemed to promise that nothing new would ever happen there. The moon was a relic, a time capsule, a place where the past was preserved in dust and stone. Now a sudden, unexplained event has shaken that belief. In a single moment, the moon reminded us that it is not as lifeless or as predictable as we once thought. A bright flash, visible even from Earth, signaled that something extraordinary had occurred. An explosion on the moon. Not a volcanic eruption, nor a man-made detonation, but a mysterious burst of energy that has left scientists around the world searching for answers. What could have caused such a dramatic event on a world we believe to be so still? An explosion that shouldn't have happened. The moon, our silent neighbor, has spoken in the only way it can, with a sudden, brilliant flash that challenges everything we thought we knew. Now we are left with new questions and a renewed sense of wonder about the mysteries that still lie hidden on our closest celestial companion. On October 19, 2024, something extraordinary happened. Amateur astronomer Daiichi Fuji, from his backyard in Japan, observed a bright flash on the lunar surface. It wasn't a fleeting flicker, but a sustained burst of light, lasting for several seconds. This wasn't just a twinkle in the cosmic night, this was something big. Astronomers around the world, alerted to the observation, aimed their telescopes. The data was undeniable. Something had exploded on the moon, releasing a significant amount of energy. But what? And how? Here's the thing about the moon. Explosions aren't supposed to happen there. The moon is a place of silence, a world where sound doesn't travel and fire can't burn. It's a realm so different from Earth that the very idea of a sudden, powerful bang seems almost like science fiction. Yet that's exactly what astronomers witnessed. A flash, a burst of energy, something that defied all expectations and left experts around the world stunned. For starters, there's no atmosphere to support combustion. The moon's surface is exposed to the vacuum of space, with no air to carry sound or fuel a fire. On Earth, explosions are dramatic because oxygen feeds the flames, creating heat, light, and noise. But on the moon, the rules are different. There's no wind, no clouds, no weather, just a stark, airless landscape under an endless black sky. Think about it. Fire needs oxygen, and the moon just doesn't have it. If you tried to light a match there, nothing would happen. Even the most basic chemical reactions that create flames on Earth are impossible in the lunar environment. So when a bright, fiery explosion was spotted, it immediately raised questions. How could something so energetic occur in a place so inhospitable to fire? Then there's the question of energy. What could possibly unleash such a powerful burst on a world where everything seems frozen in time? The moon is constantly bombarded by space rocks, but most impacts are small, barely noticeable from Earth. This event, however, was different. It was bright enough to be seen with the naked eye, even from hundreds of thousands of kilometers away. This wasn't your run-of-the-mill meteorite impact. Most meteorites that hit the moon are tiny, creating only small flashes or faint marks on the surface. But this explosion was extraordinary, far brighter, far more energetic, and far more mysterious than anything typically observed. This was far more powerful, releasing energy far beyond what even a sizable space rock should generate upon impact. Scientists calculated the force and found it was equivalent to tons of TNT, an amount of energy that just doesn't add up when you consider the usual suspects. The numbers simply didn't fit the pattern of known lunar impacts. Volcanoes? Nope, the moon is considered geologically inactive. Its volcanic days are long gone, and there are no active lava flows or eruptions to explain such a dramatic event. The surface is littered with ancient volcanic features, but they've been dormant for billions of years. It's been billions of years since its fiery core last rumbled. The moon's interior has cooled, and its surface has settled into a quiet, unchanging state. Any volcanic activity that once shaped its craters and Maria is now just a memory, locked in the rocks and dust. So we're left scratching our heads. Astronomers and scientists around the globe have pored over the data, searching for clues. Was it a rare type of impact? Could there be something hidden beneath the surface, waiting to be discovered? Or is there a new, unknown process at work on the moon that we've never seen before? No air, no volcanoes, and way too much energy for a simple meteorite. The moon, which we thought we understood so well, has thrown us a cosmic curveball. It's a reminder that even our closest celestial neighbor can still surprise us, challenging our assumptions and pushing the boundaries of what we know. This, my friends, is a real head-scratcher, a cosmic mystery that invites us to keep looking up, keep asking questions, and never stop exploring the unknown. One of the first theories thrown out was the idea of subsurface ice. Imagine a meteorite smashing into the lunar surface right into a hidden pocket of ice. Boom! Instant vaporization, a massive release of energy, and a bright flash visible from Earth. It sounds plausible, right? The problem is, the moon is a very, very dry place. While there's evidence of water ice at the poles, the explosion site wasn't anywhere near them. Plus, the energy released seems far too great to be explained by even a large deposit of ice. Now, we enter the realm of speculation. What if, and stay with me here, the explosion wasn't natural at all? What if it was the result of a collision involving a secret satellite or piece of space debris? It wouldn't be the first time classified objects have ended up in unexpected places. However, no space agency has stepped forward to claim responsibility, or even acknowledge the loss of any hardware. And believe me, keeping an explosion of that magnitude under wraps would be a pretty neat trick. This brings us to perhaps the most intriguing and honestly kind of unsettling possibility. What if we don't understand the moon's geology as well as we thought? What if there are processes happening beneath the lunar surface, processes we never even considered, that could explain this event? You know, recent observations have suggested increased moonquake activity and hints of tectonic movement. Could this be a sign of a more dynamic lunar interior than we previously imagined? The possibility is both exciting and, yeah, a little unnerving. This isn't just an academic mystery. The implications of this explosion are huge, especially with renewed interest in lunar exploration. NASA's Artemis program, with its goal of establishing a permanent presence on the moon, suddenly faces a whole new set of challenges. If we don't understand what caused this explosion, how can we ensure the safety of future astronauts and lunar habitats? And what about the ambitious plans of other nations and private companies aiming to build on the moon? This event is a stark reminder that we still have a lot to learn about our closest celestial neighbor. As a science guy, I gotta say, this whole thing is both frustrating and exhilarating. Frustrating because we don't have an answer yet, but exhilarating because it reminds us that the universe is full of surprises. We like to think we've got it all figured out, but then the cosmos throws us a curveball, a lunar curveball in this case. It's a humbling experience, really. It reminds us that for all our knowledge, there's still so much we don't know. And that's okay. In fact, it's more than okay. It's what drives us to explore, to question, to keep looking for answers. So what caused the explosion on the moon? Right now, we simply don't know. The universe is full of surprises, and sometimes even the most advanced technology and brightest minds are left with more questions than answers. The moon, our constant companion in the night sky, has always been a source of wonder and mystery. This recent event is just another reminder that space is unpredictable, and there's still so much we have yet to learn. But scientists around the world are working tirelessly to find out what happened. In observatories, research centers, and universities across the globe, teams are poring over every bit of data they can collect. They're analyzing satellite images, reviewing seismic readings, and comparing notes with colleagues in other countries. Every piece of information could be a clue that brings us closer to the truth. They're running complex computer simulations, recreating possible scenarios that could explain the explosion. Some are looking at meteorite impacts, while others are considering geological activity deep beneath the lunar surface. New theories are being proposed and debated every day as experts try to piece together the puzzle. It's a process that requires patience, creativity, and a willingness to challenge what we think we know. And that's the beauty of science. It's not just about having all the answers, it's about the journey of discovery. Every mystery, every unexplained event is an opportunity to learn something new. Scientists celebrate not only their breakthroughs, but also the questions that push them to dig deeper and think differently. Science is a process of constant discovery, where each answer leads to new questions. The universe is vast and ever-changing, and our understanding of it is always evolving. Every night, as astronomers point their telescopes skyward, they're reminded that there's always more to explore, more to uncover, and more to wonder about. Through this process, we refine our understanding of the universe and our place in it. The moon, once thought to be a silent, unchanging rock, is now recognized as a dynamic world with its own history and secrets. Our curiosity drives us to keep searching, to keep asking questions, and to keep reaching for new horizons. So the next time you look up at the moon, take a moment to think about all the mysteries it still holds. Imagine the scientists and explorers who are working right now to unlock its secrets. Remember that every glance upward connects you to a long tradition of curiosity and discovery. The moon isn't just a silent, unchanging orb in the sky. It's a world full of stories, shaped by billions of years of cosmic history. Its surface bears the scars of ancient impacts, and its hidden side still holds mysteries we have yet to uncover. It's a place of wonder and mystery, where shadows move and secrets linger. The dark side of the moon, rarely seen from Earth, reminds us that there's always more than meets the eye. The moon is a place where the unexpected can happen, where a sudden flash of light or a mysterious explosion can spark a new era of exploration. Each new discovery challenges us to rethink what we know and inspires us to keep searching for answers. Who knows what other secrets our celestial neighbor might be hiding? The universe is full of surprises, and the moon is just one chapter in the story of our cosmic journey. So keep looking up, keep asking questions, and never stop exploring. The next great discovery could be just a glance away.